So you pack up your entire life and move everything you've owned. Meanwhile, there's a book you're really wanting to read just sitting over here. And it's just sitting there and you're thinking, I really want to read this book. But meanwhile, behind the closet, there is a mountain of boxes just waiting to be unpacked and put away. Like literally, those are just my books and you can't even see all of them. And so you look at your book and then you look at the boxes and then you decide you just need to cry. Just kidding. That's when you pick up the audiobook and multitask like a boss. Pro tip to anyone who moves and reads, audiobooks plus moving is like the best productivity thing ever. And I got this from the library. I don't even own this. Anyway, with that said, this is my review of The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. I'm not sure if J.K. Rowling revealed from the start that this was a pen name or if someone discovered it and exposed her. Either way, this is J.K. Rowling writing under the pen name Robert Galbraith, and it is a mystery novel, and this is going to be my review of it. Anyway, let's start with a summary about The Cuckoo's Calling. This is a good old-fashioned mystery about a pop star who commits suicide. Months and months have passed and everyone thinks that, yep, this girl jumped off a balcony and killed herself. That was the end, that's what happened. But her brother, actually her foster brother, this pop star kind of had a messed up childhood, but her foster brother does not believe that she committed suicide. He thinks that somebody killed her. So he brings up the help of kind of a childhood friend, our main character, whose name is Cormoran Strike, which is just an awesome name. And he's a private investigator, detective. He's not like Sherlock Holmes. He doesn't have a nice house. He lives in his office, and he's, by society's standards, he's kind of a loser. Along with Mr. Strike, we also follow his temporary secretary named Robin. And basically, it's about these two trying to figure out whether or not this girl committed suicide or was killed. I will say, if you are into mysteries, or if you're like me and you've been craving a mystery, like a good old-fashioned Nancy Drew-esque Criminal Minds, Who Killed Who, Sherlock Holmes, let's figure out who the murderer is, this is definitely the book for you. I had the biggest thirst for a mystery novel, and I could not find one that just appealed to me or that had good reviews. But this just completely satisfied. It quenched my thirst and I loved it. And so yeah, I'm not really gonna have any spoilers in this review. I'm gonna keep it short and brief, like I probably need to keep most of my reviews. But as for my review now, I'm going to talk a bit about the main two characters and what I thought of the plot and then just my overall thoughts. Let's start with our main character, Cormoran Strike. The best way I could describe Cormoran is just lovable, but you don't understand why you love him. He's honestly kind of pathetic too. I hate to say that, but he's like lovably pathetic. Like I would read like the way he thought or the things that happened to him and just like his overall life, and I would be like, oh, poor baby, like, no, it's okay, I love you. I don't understand why I love you, but I just do. He is an overgrown child that we must appreciate and feed cookies. But yes, he has an interesting past and an interesting history with his family, and as well as a complex present with dealing with his fiance. To be honest, he's one of these characters where I'm not sure where his future is going to go, and I'm not sure what his goal is. Like right now, he's homeless, living in his office, and at the start of this book, his business isn't doing so well. It doesn't seem like he's going anywhere. Like most detective stories are, they have their lives together. Cormoran does not have his life together, which is okay. It makes him so interesting. Now on to Robin. Robin, whose last name I am now forgetting. You gotta love Robin. I mean, I don't see how you could not love Robin. This woman is always on the ball, always doing something. I found her a bit hard to relate to. I feel like I could relate to Cormoran better, which sounds weird because my life is nothing like Cormoran's. But I feel like his thought process and his reasoning I understood, whereas Robin I felt a little bit of a distance from. Not too much of a distance though. I still understood her and related to her, but I felt like Strike was a little bit more of a personal narrative. But I just love Robin so much anyway. She's good at working with people, she's always on her toes, always on the ball. She like never stops doing things. And her relationship with her fiance is interesting. I am not sure if they're actually going to end up together or if they're gonna split. I don't know. I feel like it's foreshadowing a split, but at the same time, we don't really know anything about Matthew. Was that her fiance's name? I'd like for Matthew to meet Cormoran. That would be interesting. I hope that happens in the second book. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I would ship Robin and Strike. I almost kind of like the platonic friendship, but I'm not sure if I like her fiance Robin, but if she loves him, then she loves him. I don't know. I don't know about shipping. This isn't about shipping. But I do just love overall the friendship between Robin and Strike. I feel like Robin was just so good, such a good person for Strike to have in his life after all the crap he's gone through. Now for the story. The story is just amazing. It is a good mystery novel. It has so many twists and turns. It's very entertaining, very engaging. The different types of people we come across to solve this mystery is just loads of fun. Everyone has a history and a backstory and like a viewpoint for what happened, and that kind of helps tie things back to the main point. And I think the best thing about this novel is that with each person you met, there's like a small thought in the back of your mind thinking, this person could be the killer. This could be the murderer who I'm talking to. Whoa. And speaking of the murderer, if there is one, no spoilers here, but when I found out who the murderer was, I was like, what? See, I had like a very, very, very small hunch because I was second guessing everyone, like, could be the murderer. I'm like, it could be anyone. Like, that's the greatest thing about mystery novels is you never know. I thought it could be who it actually turned out to be, but I feel like it wouldn't make any sense. But then I realized that if this writer is amazing, which she is, it will make sense, and it did. But man, that was a pretty good one. That was a good reveal. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to say. I wish I would have elaborated more on how much I love the story, but it's just kind of hard to put it into words. I am excited to read the next book. I am so excited I've already ordered the next book. I'm curious to see what happens next, if we'll get any new characters or if we'll stick with the ones we have. And like what happens relationship-wise, what happens with their lives, because like, whoa, one's probably gonna get married, the other one's like kind of homeless living in his office. What's gonna happen with this really odd pair? Like, they're a very strange pair and I love that. My name is Josie, thank you for watching. If you have any more recommendations for good mysteries, let me know. It's a genre I haven't really gotten into that much. I feel like I read it more as a kid and I just want to get into some good ones now. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you later.